Oh.
Oh, come on. Not now.
Morning, Miss Mare. Glad to see you up so early. Now I can tell you the good news.
You have been transferred to Antarctica?
No, a little birdie is telling everyone about how the mayor was the one who robbed the bank.
Who would ever say such a ludicrous thing?
Me? I can already see the headline. Mayor steals from her own voters, disgraced forever, dies in infamy. It's like a movie, and I'm getting a craving for popcorn.
Laugh all you want. I still have everything under control. And you will behave yourself. Or else.
Or else what?
No! Never give her that opening. She'll lock you up in the deepest, darkest hole she can find. Sorry.
Kids these days. What were we talking about? This seems to be more like a personal grudge than a political one.
Personal? Why would you say that? I'm here on behalf of everyone you've trampled, and I'll see you punished for your actions.
Yeah, you tell her, lady!
Do kindly shut up, offspring.
Ha! You can't even get your own daughter to take your side. How pathetic.
Hey! How dare you talk to my mother like that? Mom, unground me! I'm gonna prank her so hard her grandmother's gonna feel it.
Oh no, I'm so scared. Or maybe I would be if your mother ever ungrounded you.
Oh, I would be happy to make an exception for such a special occasion.
Oh God, please no. How did this turn against me?
Okay.
Let us discuss the bank robbery, shall we?
I'd love to.
How did you find out about the robbery so quickly, anyway?
I always keep my ear to the ground for anything that could embarrass you.
I admit that the incident was unfortunate, but I fail to see how it is embarrassing.
Maybe not the robbery itself, but the owner suing you for negligence has to be humiliating. Oh, and the tiny little fact that he's moving the bank to Corona, where things are more profitable.
Which I am sure was not due to your influence.
Whether it was my idea or not, you can't stop it now.
Well, thank you. That big building takes up so much prime real estate. I cannot wait to knock it down and build something better. A statue of myself, perhaps.
Or, better yet, you could let Mike's diner move into the building.
Miss Hart, please. We may be at odds here, but some things should never be uttered, even in anger. Those thieves will be apprehended long before the election happens.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if you were right. That was one sloppy heist.
Why do you say that, Miss Hart?
Well, for starters, they got caught by the security guard. Twice. And they left him alive, too.
He survived being crushed by a boulder?
He did, but wait, how did you know that?
Oh, please. I know full well what security measures they had in that bank.
Yeah, the cheapest, least effective ones available. I can't believe you would buy such lousy stuff to do such an important job.
It is called being budget-friendly, Miss Hart. A real politician would know all about it. Are you from Corona originally, Miss Hart? How old are you?
Enough with the personal questions.
No, I just find this situation so damnably frustrating. Normally, I never forget a face.
Ha! You wouldn't even recognize your own daughter if she were standing right in front of you.
Of course I would. What kind of monster do you take me for?
The kind that's standing right in front of me. Let me know if you ever remember who I am, Eliza Barret. She even changed her name back. It's like all of it never happened.
I do not have any more time to waste on you, Miss Hart. Excuse me, but I have business to take care of.
Yes, why don't you go write your concession speech? That will save you time on election night.
Interesting. So far, that's the only mystery that's intriguing to me.
There is no rest for the wicked.
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go up here.
What in the name of Truman are you still doing here?
Why don't you tell me? You called the freaking FBI!
I should have known a despicable scoundrel like you would never keep his word.
Look, Miss Mayor, we could sit here all day complimenting each other. Or you could help me figure out how to get the FBI off our backs. What's it gonna be?
Wonderful. Another situation where I do all the work while you sit here and drink?
Oh, that wasn't rhetorical.
Leave the children be. I've had enough backtalk for one day. Mr. Riley, a word?
Oh, God. What is it now?
There we go.
Before the heist, Harrelson asked me for a particular model of rifle.
Let me guess. An M1 Garand? It was his old man's favorite gun.
Really? I would not expect him to be so sentimental.
Yeah, well, Harrelson's dad died when he was pretty young. I guess this is a way for him to feel like his old man's looking out for him, you know?
Considering his lifestyle, I expect he may be reunited with his father soon enough.
That's something we all look forward to with pride and anticipation. Like the knights of ages past on their charging coursers, so too do bikers meet their fates atop mighty steeds. The second one of our comrades in Wheels parks at that great biker bar in the 8th Circle. His fallen allies and legendary bikers alike will be there to welcome him with open arms and plenty of beer. Anyways, it's every biker's last reward and honor to join their fallen brethren in hell. Lucky bastards.
Indeed. For their sake, I hope they have something a bit breezier to wear down there than their leathers. How did Harrelson's father pass, by the way?
Believe it or not, he was tortured to death by killer clowns.
A rival gang. How expected.
Oh, it's not another biker gang. They were part of a traveling circus. Harrelson's dad got drunk and started antagonizing them.
What kind of tough biker cannot handle a few sickly circus clowns?
They were part of the Austrian bodybuilders with short tempers traveling circus.
Of all the traveling circuses in the world, he had to start a drunken brawl with that one.
Oh, it was brutal. You should have read the autopsy report. Cuts, bruises, a bloody nose that squeaked. An infinite number of handkerchiefs coming out of his throat. And a balloon animal shaped like a caribou shoved in his...
Ah, yes, the Vienna sausage maneuver. I am quite aware. No need for further details. Are all robberies supposed to go like that? Or was ours a special case?
Of course it was a special case. I've never stolen anything alongside a politician.
Spare me your attempts at levity and answer my question.
This crime was bizarre even by my standards, but still not the weirdest one I've seen.
Do you always wear silly costumes and smash down doors during your heists?
Yeah, that's my trademark. Sorry about the mess, by the way. Those doors looked expensive. But I'm sure they're not something a rich woman like yourself can't afford to replace.
I am not paying for that out of pocket, you nitwit. Taxes will cover the cost once I approve that 12% hike.
A 12% hike for a couple of lousy doors? And they call me a thief.
I am still surprised that your plan worked.
This ain't my first rodeo. I've pulled plenty of jobs in my life, but I'm particularly proud of 4. Well, now 5. Want to hear about my first heist?
Oh boy.
Maybe you should not tell me. I would hate to have to use that information against you in trial.
I like your sense of humor, Miss Mayor. But I love this one story so much that I'll tell you anyway.
Here we go.
I was 6 years old when my parents moved to Hoboken. I was a sad kid playing alone when I met Elijah. We were best friends for 7 years. He taught me everything he knew. We played together, laughed together, sat next to each other in school. His parents knew I didn't really have anyone, so they kind of adopted me. For the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged somewhere, like I was cared for.
Can we jump to the part where you screwed them over?
Spoil sport. Fine. Long story short, I stole all the gifts from Elijah's bar mitzvah, hopped a passing train, and never looked back.
That was not a job so much as a cruel and heartless prank from a nasty little brat.
Prank? That was a carefully planned and executed long con. You want to hear the best part? I'm not even Jewish.
Any other criminal triumphs you want to tell me about?
Oh, I don't know if I would use the word triumph, but it was a solid con. I just offered to sit for people's bar exams.
There is no way you could ever convince anyone you are a lawyer.
Are you kidding? It's the easiest thing in the world. A clean shave, a briefcase, and a suit. Add a little of my criminal je ne sais quoi, and boom! Instant lawyer.
Undermining the legal system by helping unqualified people pass the bar. Even for you, that is low.
Pass? Are you kidding? All I know about the law is how to get around it. If you pay someone to take an exam for you and you pay them up front, you're probably too dumb to be a lawyer.
I find your statement and actions reprehensible, dishonest, shady, selfish, heartless, underhanded, execrable, disingenuous, and disgusting. Perhaps you would make a good lawyer after all.
Okay.
Which of your crimes would surprise me the most, do you think?
Well, I could tell you about my first attempt at being a gentleman thief.
Really? What was your crime? Yachting while intoxicated?
No. I just robbed a liquor store in a monocle and a top hat.
By Rutherford B. Hayes' unforeseen presidency. That was not what I was expecting at all. What is the heist you are most proud of?
Oh, even you are gonna have to give it to me after this one. Okay, so I'd heard about this famous French chef, Michel Marchus.
I cannot think why, but that name sounds oddly familiar.
You probably read about her in the paper or something. Anyway, she had developed some kind of innovative culinary technique that the French just loved. People were willing to pay a lot for the experience. The waiting list was months long. Now, not only did I learn French for this one, but I also seduced a health inspector to acquire his uniform.
Excuse me? What?
France is a very romantic place, you know.
I suppose I cannot argue with that.
Anyways, I put on his uniform, locked him in the apartment, and marched down to that restaurant. I walked in and started pointing out violations left and right. They were horrified. Between the bribe money and the cash box I snagged on my way out, that was a lucrative day.
What happened to the health inspector?
I don't know. He never called me back. Maudit soit-il, Jean-Pierre.
I grow tired of this conversation.
That makes two of us.
Before I go, I need something else from you. Do you see those children over there?
Yeah, what about them?
Not only are they currently without homes or families, but one of them is very ill. It seems she will not survive, and the children desperately need some priestly comfort. Could you try to bring them some peace during this difficult time?
Well, I guess. Since they're having a hard time, I could try to make them feel better.
I thought you were just a selfish, avaricious crook, but you have shown me that deep down.
Hey, you didn't let me finish. I could try to make them feel better for a price.
What kind of monster tries to make money off a bunch of homeless children?
Oh, that reminds me. Cash only. You politicians have a reputation for dishonesty, you know. I gotta be careful.
Oh boy. I don't know what I got out of that entire conversation. I feel like out of all the sub chapters in chapter 3, this one so far has felt like the most filler heavy. Like, I'm not even 110% exactly sure what we're supposed to be doing here.
The last document necessary to shut down Michael's putrescent diner. He will cry, he will scream, he will beg for mercy, and I will entertain the thought for a minute. Before I coldly reject his pleas and shatter his livelihood, heart and dreams in one perfect moment.
Jeez.
I used the devil's own blood to stamp that permit. How did I get it? Do not ask. Regardless, it always stays fresh, no matter how long it's been.
Okay, so we're gonna give that to Michael.
As much as I would love to shove it in his face, now is not the time.
Okay.
They even took my Nana's special sauce recipe! How about you? Did they get you too?
Ha! They would never, never...
Okay. So we have to find a way to get that hook.
If you change something in the past, that is called my offspring will not be able to use the Necronomicon, creating a paradox that understood. Excellent.
Yeah, we already heard all that. Okay. Let's try this again.
Shut up, you stupid bird.
Quack, quack, quack!
Is he gonna come back over?
Miss Mayor, if you keep touching my stuff, I'll...
You will what? Vote for Ms. Hart?
Nope, I won't vote at all.
Okay, let's talk to him. I feel like we need to get rid of him somehow.
What can I do for you?
Nice chain you have there.
Keep your eyes off my property, Miss Mayor.
Come on, Benjamin. We both know that chain is not yours.
And how the hell do you know that? What are you, some kind of wizard?
Not only that, but a mighty arch-wizard. There is nothing you can obscure from my all-seeing eyes.
Oh, yeah? Tell me one thing only a wizard could know.
You do not wash your hands after using the restroom.
Anyone with a sense of smell could have told you that.
Spirits of the long-gone wizards, tell me Benjamin's deepest, darkest secret.
That ain't gonna work.
No, no, it cannot be true. Benjamin would never.
You shut the hell up, spirits! What do them sticky-ass ghosts tell you?
When you were young, you were a registered member of the American Communist Party.
No, how could you? There's no way. There's just no way you could have ever known that.
Unless...
You are a wizard.
Glad we got that sorted out. Now, I will be taking that toe chain if you do not mind.
Wait, taking? With your hands? I knew you were fooling me. A wizard would hocus-pocus the chain to her hands from here. No magic, no chain.
Curses. We will not acquire the chain by talking to him, I'm afraid. All right, Benjamin, I have to go.
But you're coming back someday, right?
I have no time to waste on idle chatter.
Am I gonna get KO'd again?
What was that? So fast, I couldn't even... Where did it go?
Yep, here comes again.
Quack, quack, quack.
It. Oh my goodness.
What are you looking at, Miss Nancy?
Birds.
Oh, right.
That tiki bar looks very well built. I would not expect something made of straw to be so solid.
Okay. So there's something I'm missing here. Apparently there's something back at the tiki bar I need to get. Let's see here.
There's not enough artillery in the world able to take down my love for you.
That was clearly taken out of context. Love is obviously the code name of his fighter plane. Let us try a different approach.
Okay, so we need to get something out of this. Oh, party box. Maybe that's where I do. Okay, here we go. That's what we needed. I should have done a search for things I could interact with. That was my fault. Otherwise, I probably would have saw that and interacted with it. So this all could have potentially been taken care of just by that simple act. There. Oh my goodness. Alright, so there should be something over here to do.
That don't sound like the wind.
There we
Let's
go.
greet the intruder with our customary welcome gift.
There we go.
You like red, don't you, little cub? Well, I'm about to paint the walls red with your blood, 'cause I'm gonna shoot you.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it quick. I promise.
Are you gonna go?
I can still smell ya.
There we go. Okay, now we gotta give this here to him.
Quack, quack, quack.
The
That
hell?
will teach you to stand in my way, you future roast dinner.
Ducky? You okay? You look... Oh. I don't know. Maybe he's got a cold or something.
He looks perfectly fine to me.
Something's not adding up here. He don't seem like his usual talkative self. Ducky, how much is 2 plus 1?
Quack.
Quack.
It is? Well, you keep on being a good boy now, all right?
Okay. Now we can do this. Trailer gonna go off the side of the cliff.
Another campaign promise fulfilled by the Barret administration. Now, let me get rid of some trash you accumulated in my pockets. All's well that ends well. Now then, back to Miss Valentine.
Wow, it's just taking me back over there immediately.
Sacre bleu, d'où cela vient-il?
What is happening?
I believe this is what you were looking for.
Finally! I mean, thanks, Mayor Barret. You saved me a sore arm and been a hospital visit. Anyway, I'm sure you have something else to do, so I'm gonna leave now.
Actually, Miss Valentine, considering the grave importance of this investigation, I feel it would be wise to accompany you.
Do you have to?
Yes, let us be off.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Looks like the tip I got from that dynamo lady was a good one. And I thought he hated me before. I better get out of here before Ben...
Gee-oo! It's hot enough to scramble possum brains out here. Can't wait to get home and crack open a nice, cold, by Earl Eugene Scruggs banjo. What the hell's going on here?
Somebody called in an anonymous complaint that your trailer's in danger of falling off the cliff.
What in the fat hell are you talking about?
You can't go back to your trailer, Ben. It's a danger to you and everyone else.
Danger? Too. My trailer wouldn't hurt a fly. Now look, there's a whole bunch of them hanging out inside.
Sorry, Ben. My hands are tied.
No, they're not. I can see them. And what's that paper you put on my door?
It's an eviction notice.
Like hell, a piece of paper is gonna keep me away from my rightful American property.
Okay, since you're not going to listen, how about now?
Mine's bigger, Amos, so you just put that little pea shooter back in your dollhouse. That there's my home, and I'm fixing to go inside and have a nice cold beer. Now come on, move aside.
Ben, you can't go back inside your home, and that's final. Now, it's a beautiful night. Why don't you go enjoy it from the relative safety and comfort of the filling station? You already spend most of your time down there anyway.
But that's where he
Miss
sleeps.
Valentine should be done with the car by now. All I need to do is lure her out and plant the evidence without anyone noticing. Perhaps these two could serve as a suitable distraction. Miss Valentine, it is so good to see you.
What's going on? Why are you being so nice to me?
Does a loving mother need a reason to be nice to her offspring's best friend?
A loving mother doesn't, no.
You did not open the trunk, did you?
Of course not. I mean, I did a little, but it was just a couple of inches. Why would it matter if I opened it?
For starters, you could be charged for tampering with evidence.
I mean, I towed the car here. My prints are all over it.
You might need a lawyer, Miss Valentine, and soon.
Aren't you a lawyer?
Well, yes, but my specialty is in koala divorces.
Really? Well, I think I'll wait and see if I actually get in trouble first.
You have had a long day. Why not take a break?
You're acting really weird, Mayor Barret. I've known you my whole life, and you've never spent this long talking to me before.
Perhaps I have something important to tell you.
Really? And what would that be?
You will not believe this, but I saw Benjamin outside just a moment ago. I believe he is planning to help himself to more of your property.
Seriously? Twice in one day? Damn it! Hold on a sec. Eat wrench, Ben!
Ow! How'd you even know I was here? I was being the sneakiest.
My offspring needs your help. I do not know all the details, but something involving a blender and one of Roscoe's cows.
But isn't she grounded?
Yes, but how do you know?
'Cause Betty's always grounded.
Mr. DeLuca and I crossed paths earlier. He seems most eager to speak with you.
The friggin' trash compactor again? I already told him no, damn it! Why are people always begging me to let him use it for stupid reasons?
I have a perverse desire to hear these stupid reasons.
Well, I got a million of them. DeLuca, for starters, he says he can't afford to bury some of his deceased family. Or people like family, as he put it. Mike's always begging to use it so he can compact his leftover meat scraps. He's planning some weird new product launch. Protein bars. Sounds stupid. Carrie told me to jump in it the other day, which I thought was weird. And those annoying stripy rat things are always... Anyway, tell Marco that I said no. If he wants to talk about it, he knows where to find me.
I think it is best we change topics.
Whatever you say.
What else we got here?
I would like to know more about your cousin.
Which one? Spike or Jamie?
Actually, the other one. The one that was at Max's this morning.
Oh, you mean the mailman!
Mailman? Please tell me someone in your family knows his name.
Look, keep this between us, but no one in our family remembers his name. We can't even ask his mom, because she died giving birth to the triplets. And the hospital lost his birth certificate, so we're all in the freaking dark. It's a little too late to ask now, so we just sort of avoid addressing him directly.
Okay.
How are things going with your new landlord?
Oh, they're going great! For him. I'm on the verge of bankruptcy thanks to you.
This is a valuable lesson in personal responsibility, Miss Valentine. You will read the fine print next time, will you not?
Yeah, you know what? I got some fine print here, but it's kinda hard to read.
You cannot intimidate me with your little tool.
Fine, just give me a minute. I'll go grab a bigger one.
It would be wiser to use that minute to read the fine print of your contract.
Fine print?
Nice talking with you, Miss Valentine. Now, if you will excuse me. That was a particularly forlorn sigh. Are you feeling unwell?
I'm fine. Just forget it, okay?
Well then, if there is nothing else... This is against my better judgment, but I feel compelled to ask, what is the matter?
Look, I hate to ask, but I need some advice.
We both know where this is going. She will share some silly emotional nonsense and ask for my opinion. I am personally of two minds about this. I absolutely do not care about her romantic quandaries, and I despise touchy-feely conversations. We also do not have unlimited time. It is hardly a good moment to start a long conversation. However, pretending to care and giving her some advice might just get her to leave.
Mayor Barret? Yoo-hoo! Hello? You there?
Warning, if you choose this option, innocent young hearts will be at stake. Are you sure you're ready for the responsibility of giving romantic advice?
Here we go.
Ugh, I knew you were going to say that. I suppose I am willing to hear a few more details.
It's about John. I know how he feels about me, and he wants us to have a future together. But I see that future happening with someone else. So what should I do about it?
Well, that is a complex issue, albeit not an uncommon one. Give me some time to think it over, all right?
I guess. Don't take too long, though. I don't want to be thinking and talking about my feelings all night. Blech.
Okay. So I'm guessing, what do we still have? We still have all this stuff, okay. I guess we're gonna go talk to him out here and see if we can do some sort of convincing of something. Let's see here. Let's talk to Mr. Slim.
Miss Mayor? How weird to see you here.
Why are you whispering?
Shh! Careful, Miss Mayor, or you'll disturb Linda. I'm not supposed to bother her until she finishes her shift. Actually, I'm not supposed to bother her after her shift either.
For goodness sake, go in there and just talk to her.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I'm tired of tiptoeing around, waiting for her to explode. I'm sick of apologizing for just existing. I'm a person, damn it, and I deserve to be treated with respect.
Jiminy fixin' Christmas, Slim. Would you please be quiet?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Must we? Really? Ugh, had I known robbing the bank would require heart-to-heart talks, I would have said to hell with Jenkins. Let me guess, Mr. Slim. Problems of the heart?
I think I might be having feelings for someone else.
Uh-oh.
What should I do, Miss Mayor?
I do not think I can help. I know I can. But first, there is something you need to know about Miss Valentine.
I don't know about that. Why not tell me just time you put yourself first, Mr. Slim. Let's do that.
Perhaps it is time you put yourself first, Mr. Slim.
I don't know, Miss Mayor. I don't think Linda would like that very much.
If a wrench is thrown in the forest, but there is no John Slim to be hit by it, does it still hurt?
Huh?
Stay away from Miss Valentine, and she will have no opportunity to wrench you.
But where could I hide? She knows every inch of this town.
Burma, French Indochina, Siam.
Are those Max's new cocktails or something?
My goodness, you really do need to leave this town.
Yeah, you're right. It's a big world out there to discover. It's time to travel.
Where do you think you're going, fool?
This is the last time you try to boss me around, Linda. I can't take it anymore. I'm leaving you, and I'm leaving this town.
You are leaving me? You are leaving me?
Ah!
Wait for me, John! I'm going with you!
What the hell? Come back here, you fools!
That seemed to do the trick.
Now that Miss Valentine is out of the picture, let us return to less emotional pursuits.
Okay.
Hippity hoppity, this is now Lazlo's property.
Yeah, I was gonna say just put it all in
And
there.
that's how I brought the Yeti to justice.
Jack, I keep telling you, that was just a tall old man with really long hair. The real Yeti is still out there. I know it.
Well, if it isn't the lovely Mayor Barret. Came to see how unfit Amos is for his role?
Agent Ortega, it has been a really long day. Just get that accursed trunk open so we can move on with our lives.
Oh wow, we get an actual cutscene.
Yo tenía un perro que se llamaba Pingo. That's another notch on my belt.
Jack, people reported seeing 3 suspects in 3 different costumes. And this is just a third of what was reported stolen. Maybe the suspect didn't work alone.
Amos, it's exactly that sort of thinking that limits you to local law enforcement. Clearly Hardy has tricked us with mirrors and costume changes, and hid the rest of the money elsewhere. Anyway, case closed. Come on, let's get some shut-eye before we check out this alleged secret military base of yours.
You go ahead and get some sleep. I have to go check on a public safety concern.
I'd offer to help, Socio, but rescuing cats from trees is beneath me.